I just realized Elmo is on the TV.
It's my jam.
It has some great background music for this video. We realized we forgot to put the picture of those coyotes that we picked up on the side of the road the other day. But I tell you guys what, he wasn't joking. There's some nice coyotes.
You got something you want to say?
No? He was right. I was wrong.
Sorry, what?
Hush.
Say it again.
No.
Nope, say it again.
You were right. I was wrong.
What else did we learn in the last day or two?
Knives are very sharp. Don't touch them.
Knives are very sharp. Don't touch them.
He learned that. That wasn't me. I was smart enough not to touch it.
On this little... Okay.
There you go.
Right in here. I don't even know what this is called, but like right in here, like where the handle meets the blade, there was a little bit of fuzz from being in my pocket. And I took my thumb and just kind of like ran it across one way and was trying to scrub that fuzz out. And I moved my hand back and it didn't even like slice. It just like, as soon as I touched it, it just went, and just like, I bled all over the place like a stuck pig.
Oh no, he didn't. He's a big old baby.
I almost had to amputate it.
Give me that. It's my cup. It's my cup. Guys, look. My cup.
Well, you got mad at me for drinking out of your bottle, so...
For good reason. All my wine is gone now.
Not all of it. There's... Oh. We got a text message, so we were both trying to read. Jennifer, I'm going to send you a link to this video so you can see us get your message. I'm just kind of like, what is that? And you better watch it. Like, just... Everybody in Studeville is going to see this now.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Jennifer.
Uh-oh.
You promised you would try beaver meat if I brought you some. Guess what?
We got beaver.
We got beaver meat. A lot of beaver meat.
Yeah, it was a really big beaver.
He was.
There's a lot of meat that came up and I was really surprised.
Last time we cooked beaver, we cooked the whole thing. Well, we cooked both front quarters, both hind quarters, and both back straps. And by the time the boys got done with it, there was one front quarter left.
Yeah.
There was one quarter left, but I don't remember which corner it came from.
There's a lot of people who give us kind of some grief about eating meat like that. Because it's no different than eating cow meat or anything like that.
It's a lot different than eating cow meat.
Deer meat.
It's no different than eating deer.
It actually tastes a lot similar to deer meat.
It tasted a lot similar, but it was a lot more tender.
Yeah.
It was a lot more tender. Really fatty though. You gotta. It starts from where it was. I don't want to. From the moment you kill it, that's when the food prep starts. Like, as far as cleaning it and making sure it stays good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The meal starts from the time you pull the trigger, or whatever.
We've pretty much raised our boys on game meat. They don't get a lot of hamburger meat, and in all honesty, they don't. If we give it to them, they don't really eat a whole lot of it. They don't really like it a whole lot. I trust my husband a lot.
Keep talking.
So, and they eat the fire out of it. They just love it.
They love the crap out of coon brats.
They do.
I haven't processed any of these coons yet. I'm kind of picky on coons. Not that you can't eat them. You can. just as easily. You can eat one as the other. Did I say that right?
I think so.
I bet the older boars, they have like, number one, they have a lot of fat. A lot of fat. And what I like to process is smaller sows, smaller females, because they don't have that gaminess in it. You can get it out of the big boars, but
Well, it's the same for during the deer season. If you got a buck in the middle of rut, he's going to taste really gamey.
he's going to taste really raunchy.
That's the same with like hogs. If you guys eat wild hogs during the summer, no.
Eat wild
Is
hogs
it during the winter when they're eating the acorns?
They quit eating acorns about
Just anyways,
June. They start running out.
Yeah, they get gamey if they eat a whole lot of them.
Well, kind of depends on if they're eating red oak acorns or white oak acorns, because red oak acorns have a lot more tannin in them, so they're a lot more bitter, and hogs can't sweat. They can't get that bitterness out. It just kind of gets in the fat and the meat and builds up, and
they kind of work it off in the summertime.
No, they don't.
Well, during the summer they don't taste as gamey.
I don't know. I don't know how we would even test that. But again, your meal prep starts from the time you pull the trigger. If you
Yeah, you gotta be careful with them hogs.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with hogs anyways. But what was I
we
gonna
shot
say?
one this summer, or this last
Okay.
it was about fall.
You know about Billy?
Fall. A huge one.
I tell you what, we're doing this video so we can like clip in a picture of one of the coyotes. I only
still
got.
have that picture of the.
I do too. So we can add in that picture of the coyote so y'all can see it. I only got a picture of one of them because I brain farted and didn't get a picture of the second one before it froze. But when we clip in that video of the coyote, we'll add in a picture of Billy Boar.
That thing was massive, like
Yeah,
a good 300-400 pounds.
He was every bit of 3. That brings up another thing. Buckshot and your shotguns. After this last winter, I won't use buckshot again. I mean, for somebody walks through the front door, yeah, buckshot will work. But after that run-in with that hog, I won't use buckshot in the field again. If I'm loading that shotgun, it's going to be slugs or number 4 buck, the 3-inch number 4 buck. The 3-inch number 4 buck has 41 pellets, and you pretty much can't miss with that. Not that you can miss with buckshot either, but this big hog that we're talking about, I hit him 3 times from 8 to 10 foot, no more than 12. Just one side of the cage to the other, and it did nothing but tick him off. Like, he just squealed, running, bouncing off the fence. And at one point, I thought he was coming over the fence. And that's when I just quit trying with a shotgun. I had my Glock loaded with buffalo bore, and I put 3 rounds in him before he laid down, and he still was, I mean, it paralyzed him. I hit him right in the backbone with one, and he still was trying to crawl around and run around, but he finally expired. And when I processed him and skinned him out, I found those buckshot pellets, some of them did not even penetrate hide. Like, some of them, as I was peeling the skin away, was finding some in flesh and fat. They didn't even, like, it just was like a bee sting to him. The reason I say number 4 buck and slugs is slugs. he's gonna feel it. He's not gonna get up from that. And the reason I said number 4 buck is number 4 buck kind of covers everything you could run into, except the occasional 300-pound boar that you would run into. I wouldn't. I mean, unless he's just coming at you and you just put it to his nose and pull the trigger. I don't know that would really do much damage to him. But I feel like the number 4 buck and your slugs cover everything you could encounter, just about anywhere. Where was I going with that? Or was that what I wanted to say?
I think so. I don't know your thought process. I have to keep track of my own. Oh, I love him to death, but he's the kind of person who asks
I jumped
me
from like
where
3 topics, I think.
he asks me where everything is, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't keep track of your stuff. I've got to keep track of my stuff and 3 children's stuff. I can't keep track of his stuff too. Which reminds me, I have yet to start my my videos about mom life.
Mom life?
Yeah. Mom,
I'm gonna do videos over dad life.
your dad life is so easy. Yeah.
I couldn't even pick up my arms on my own strength this morning.
That's not dad life.
I got out of
That's
bed.
hunter life.
I got out of bed and was like, coffee, coffee, cup, and then thank you.
He's got it so easy.
So easy.
I do everything.
I'm sharpening my knife and drinking coffee as we go to bed because I didn't have time, number 1, to drink my coffee this morning.
You didn't make coffee this morning.
Because I didn't have time to make coffee this morning when I left.
I made coffee this evening.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I did not tell you to wake up at 6 o'clock this morning and go out to check your traps.
Dad life. Beaver was big today. Oh, I know where I was going with that.
What?
So the last time we cooked beaver, and I got shut off on this topic a while ago. Yes, we cooked the whole thing, all 4 quarters and 2 back straps. What is going on with the?
I think your phone is dying.
My phone is dying. Oh, plug it
Plug
up.
it in.
Plug it up. Plug it up.
Well, I guess I'm going to use my charger because you can't keep track of your chargers.
My charger's in the truck.
Why is it in the truck?
Can I finish this story so they don't forget why this video is up? Well, the video is up for the coyote. But, okay, so, let me try this again. Last time we cooked beaver, we cooked all 4 quarters and 2 back straps. And it was enough for 1 meal. We had some potatoes, maybe another side, I can't remember. But there was 1 quarter left out of the beaver. When I packaged this beaver from today, I packaged it in 2 meals. 2 front quarters and 2 back straps for 1 meal, and 2 hind quarters for another meal, because his hind quarters were, no joke, the size of my head. Like, they were massive. They were like roast size, like Christmas ham quarters. But what?
Your son is a goofball. Oh, he was playing with his blocks, which are in the middle of his bed, and instead of putting his blocks on the floor, he like curled up on half of his bed and is sleeping on half of his bed while his blocks are in the middle.
Because he wanted to play with his blocks. I'm going to do things different tomorrow. I'm going to pull a couple traps, move them, resituate, try something different. that'll be on tomorrow's video. And
We had a parent fail today.
parent
Or
fail.
person. A people fail.
People fail.
We went to go to church.
Oh.
And we try to be really good people and
We're
go to
rushing around.
church every Sunday and Wednesday.
We're rushing around trying to make sure we're there early and not just like.
So we're like, okay, church starts at 7. We'll get there about 6:30. We got there about 6:30. Went inside. Actually, I think we didn't get inside till about 6:45, 6:50.
No, it was 6. No, just a few minutes after 6:30. All we had to do was put shoes on.
Oh, okay.
Kids' shoes on. They like to take them off in the
So
truck.
yeah, just a few minutes after 6:30. Went inside. Took JJ and Wyatt to the nursery to play with the other kids. Wyatt didn't want to go with, so he came with us. And as we were walking in and sitting down, church was ending. It didn't
Yeah,
start
we sit
at
down,
6 or 7
and
o'clock.
like 3 minutes later, they dismissed us.
Yeah, church started at 6:15 and ended up going early because the preacher had to go to a funeral that evening and he really couldn't focus on what he was doing, so he ended up calling it early. So we were only in there for like 5 minutes and I was like, oh my Lord. I felt like a failure.
That's alright, we'll have church at home.
We're going Sunday morning.
She thinks we're going.
No, we have to go Sunday morning because we can't go Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. We don't do
We're
that.
going. I think it starts at 11.
You better find out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I want to say something. This just little, I want to say cheap diamond, fine grit. I don't know if, can you say that? Can you see that where it says fine diamond? Yes, okay. Not necessarily cheap. I think I paid like $40 for fine course, the guide and everything. I don't use all that crap, but what I'm trying to say is, this right here is a lifesaver in the field. You should have one in your bag, or in your truck, or your car, or backpack, because you never know when you're going to need that. It's always a good thing to have in case you need to touch up. Most of the time I don't exactly have to touch up. I mean, don't have to resharpen. Most of the time it's just a fat layer is built up on the tip and it needs to be taken off. You just, and it's, you know, it's done. Something else. What is something else I carry in my bag? That it, like, even, like, this is something that if I don't have my backpack, it's in my pocket because I use it so much. And sorry, TJ at Bear Independent, it's not wet. Sorry. You're probably gonna get mad at me and be like, "Boy, you know better." always wet your stones. But sorry, it works. Sometimes I have to take it in the sink and kind of like scrub it clean. But I guess I could do that in a creek too if I wanted to. I'm just gonna. And it's orange. I love orange things because I drop them or set them down like screwdrivers.
I was just about to say that. That little itty-bitty screwdriver I showed y'all the other day. He set that down at that first trap that we shot that video at and lost it.
No, I didn't lose it.
You found it again?
Well, I couldn't find it for the rest of the day. So then, that night I was like, the last time I seen that screwdriver was at that first set we made. So I watched the video, which, I love this. I can watch videos of myself and catch myself doing stuff that is wrong, or missing things, or losing things, and I can find them. So I watched the video that night, and was like, that's the last time I seen it.
JJ?
And I watched myself set it down beside me, and then 30 seconds later, she asked for it, and I said, no, I put it up. No,
JJ?
I watched my hand set it down. So the next day I went back to that spot and it was sitting down.
Baby.
Hold on. We gotta pause this. And we're back!
Sorry, the kid was just laying there staring off into space.
What else do we want to talk about?
I don't know. I tell you what, guys. You've got to... if you have a husband that loves to trap and fish and... What are you doing? Like I do, you've got to deal or be able to handle smells. Seriously. He come in today after, and I can still smell it. He come in today after skinning and carrying that beaver.
Shower.
And I could smell a beaver caster on him from carrying the beaver. And then after he was done skinning everything and brought, come back inside, I was just like, you stink. He had it on his clothes, he had it on him. I can still smell it. And
I can't crawl underneath a car and not touch anything. Just crawl underneath it and not come out not covered in grease from head to toe. I mean, it's the same thing in the woods. I cannot stay clean.
Like 2 years ago, he was underneath the Camaro trying to put change the clutch for the transmission. Spilt transmission fluid all over him. Like, it was bad. I still smell it on things today. Like, that smell isn't coming out. And I've tried, but it's not. And of course, it's all over his coveralls, which he wears regularly.
They're hanging up at the door.
So whatever he's been wearing underneath them smell like it.
My hoodie smells like transmission fluid. This arm, anyways. Just like from here to here, it smells like transmission fluid.
That's the freaks, guys. Like, if you have a way to get that out, please let me know, because I have no idea.
Oh, I know how.
How?
Fire.
Yeah, that would work too.
Fire, I'll get it out.
Tried Coke, tried everything. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, Coke, like putting Coke into the wash takes out like the oil and stuff.
Not really.
But not transmission fluid. No, because when we get that stuff all over your work uniform, we would throw that in there and take it out.
What else did you learn the other day?
What did I learn the other day?
I had the headphones in.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Do not walk up to your husband while he's got headphones in and he's trying to skin something and startle him. Thought he was about
I'll cut you! Like,
I thought he was about to stab me. And I wasn't even paying attention, and he's just standing there staring at me, like, holding the knife, like, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden I realized what he was holding, and I was like, oh, oops.
I was listening to music. I was undressing those coyotes. And I had both headphones in, which normally I don't do. But I had some blaring music. I think it was Leonard Skinner, probably. I should have been wearing a mullet, drinking a Coors Light. But with my rebel flag bandana.
Be careful, honey. You don't want to offend somebody.
I don't care. But anyways, so I had both headphones in, and I had this thought was, I should probably pull one out so I can hear, in case somebody's walking up to me, or somebody says something to me, I can hear them and not just like completely be an asshole and ignore them. And the moment, like the split second that I finished that thought of I should pull one out, she grabs my shoulder. Just out of nowhere, just like out of from behind me, grabs my shoulder. First, only thing I had in my hand. The closest thing was a hatchet, a DeWalt hatchet, and a pocket knife. I think it was this one. I think it was that one.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
yeah.
She didn't stand a chance. That's not the point. What is that? That's pretty. Oh! Choke chains, dog collars, those work really good for skinning. I was going to say that the other day. I've used those for several years.
Oh, for tying around.
Yeah, they have the big loops on them like that, and then it's got like 20 or 22 inches of chain. We've got a few extras laying around from working midnight. And I keep one in the truck. I got one in my backpack, which I used today because I was trying to carry a coon and a bucket, backpack, and a beaver, and so I just save weight, filled, skinned, I guess is what it's called. And then I used them for bait pile. So they didn't go to waste. We brought the fur home. The rest of it didn't go to waste. It went to bait and traps.
Cartoons are so distracting. I keep looking.
Recording video. Oh crap, it popped up and said something, but I don't know what it said.
I don't know.
We'll probably not be able to post this. Probably.
Yeah. I keep getting distracted by the TV. Daniel Tiger is on now. We,
Welcome to Parenthood.
Exactly.
Your videos.
Oh, welcome to Parenthood.
Welcome to Parenthood. That'd be awesome.
That's kind of a running thing between us the other day because I don't know what he said. It was about a month ago now.
Yep.
He said something to me complaining about something to do with the kids. And I laughed at him and I said, welcome to Parenthood. Because it was,
Hold this so I
it
can
was just a
finish this
parent thing, you know? And he looked at me
up.
like,
Tight.
really? And then, like, no joke, like 10 minutes.
You gotta hold
Would
it
you
out.
stop?
I need
am
some
holding
distance.
It out.
No.
Like, what?
Right there. That's
Okay.
all I need. Gosh, listen to directions.
About 10 minutes later, I had said something complaining, and he looked at me and goes, well, welcome to Parenthood. So that's kind of our thing when we catch each other complaining about something to do with the kids.
The kids have been in everything, and I didn't get them down off the table. Welcome to Parenthood. Your son just peed on the floor and looked at me like it was my fault. Welcome to Parenthood.
Oh, potty training a toddler and a boy at that is not fun.
Oh, it's plenty fun.
Well, today he's been super good about it.
Don't play with that. Leave that alone.
Except for this morning.
Weeble wobble, weeble.
Oh my God. He decided, and I don't know what got into him, but he like peed on the floor, right? Like he was running around, stopped right in front of me, peed on the floor, and then looked at me like I did something wrong. And I was like, why? Why did you do that? And he pokes out his lip. I was like, I am so done with this right now. He's 3. We've been trying for like a year now to potty train this kid. And he'll get going for a while, pretty good. And then it'll just fall apart. But today he did really good.
Oh, if you don't have a piece of leather, okay, so when I'm finishing up sharpening, I always hit it on a leather belt, strap, something, a couple times, and knock that burr off off the sides. God. Save that for later.
Oh my gosh! PG-13.
I forgot what I was saying.
So surprised.
Something about a leather belt.
If you don't have one.
Oh. Use your boots.
Not everybody has leather boots.
You should. You should have a piece of leather boot somewhere.
A piece of leather? Who would have a piece of leather boot?
I don't know. Find one in a ditch or something. From Grandma, where she got run off a reindeer and knocked her shoes off.
Oh my gosh.
Pick up those boots. That's good leather. You can use that.
Oh, Lord.
Did I finish that thought? We've got to add the coyote.
Yeah.
And Billy Boar.
Yeah. I don't even think that picture of him does it justice, because
Which one?
I had to help him lift that into the back of my truck, which...
You didn't help me. You just stood there and grunted like, I'm helping.
Probably.
I about died. I thought my chest fell out of my butthole. I thought my innards were coming out. Like, I struggled. I think we just, like, put half of him in the truck. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We both picked up his hind end and put him in the back on the tailgate. And just kind of propped him so where he couldn't twist, turn, or fall off. And then both of us got his head and picked it up. Yeah.
It was pretty heavy.
He was big. And I'm a small guy, and she's a small lady.
Yeah, you call me a lady.
It's bedtime, that's what it is.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
at 31 minutes.
You talk too much.
You gave me coffee.
You gave yourself coffee. I had nothing to do with that.
You think it's just coffee?
That's just coffee. Well, I have nothing to go. Ooh, I have more wine in the fridge. Yeah, it's in that Jim Beam bottle.
I'm the alcoholic. She pours her wine in a Jim Beam bottle.
No. That was my brother's birthday present to me.
Jim Beam?
Wine in the Jim Beam bottle.
Because he bought way too much of it. Didn't have anything else to share it with. Anything to portion it out in.
No. So anyway, I like that wine that he got. I haven't had some in a long time.
I'm going to get the belt after you. Or
I
later.
almost said something really inappropriate. Hey.
I watched a video with somebody else that said something similar. Bear. And I'm pretty sure he said wrong platform for that.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of inappropriate things, if you guys have ever watched Boss Baby, are we the only ones who have realized how wrong that is for a children's movie?
It's not just Boss Baby, it's all of the cartoons.
It's not all of the cartoons, but
A lot of
Boss
them.
Baby has some pretty bad comments in there. Like, for children, they would never realize it, but for adults, you're like, I can't believe they just said that.
Yeah.
I laugh every time I watch it because of that.
I've watched R-rated movies that weren't that raunchy.
It wasn't
I was
that
like-
bad.
Well,
It was pretty
I thought
bad,
so.
though.
I couldn't believe it was
We kind of looked at each other like,
Because you're also
my
a
children
pervert.
is what?
Two new pilot is it? Ah, I didn't get to finish it again. It popped up. Something about exceeds.
Uh-oh, I think we should stop.
We should probably stop.
Yeah.
We'll tag in the things somehow, or clip in. What's it called? Split it to where we insert the pictures. I'm gonna point. We're gonna put the picture right here. It's not gonna go there. I just wanted to put my hand in front of her face. It's kind of rough.
Oh, thanks.
I ain't figured out how to put pictures on the movies yet.
He's a butt. Well, see you later, y'all.
Bye.